Yeah, I'ma do it all in bold, bold, big letters, cause I'm
Hey everyone,
bold.
my name's Gabi and welcome back to the Burn Boot Camp podcast. I'm so excited to be here with you today and share a little bit about my journey with Burn Boot Camp. As I said, my name is Gabi. I've been with Burn. I'm on year 7 now. I started back as a member when they were started at Burn Boot Camp Huntersville. Here in this area. I had just graduated from college. I was working part-time at the local news station here, WBTV, barely making ends meet, but I was so tired of feeling that the way I felt. I needed to do something, so a friend and I bought a Groupon. It was $30 for 30 days of burn. Walked in, I almost died. Ashley Beasley was my trainer. My very first day, I will never ever forget. I think it was like athletic conditioning. I struggled. It was really hard. My friend had a really hard time. We told each other that we don't know if we could do it again, but I somehow blacked out and I showed up again the next day by myself without my friend, which I think honestly the second day was harder than the first just because I didn't know if I could keep doing it because it was so hard. Luckily, it was better the second day and I kept going and I kept going, and I had to go on vacation during those 30 days and I missed burn. It wasn't where I was vacationing at, so I couldn't use that universal membership, and I could not wait to get back home and join Burn, and I did. I signed 18 months straight up. I remember getting one of the tanks. It was like with the Sally flame head on it. I'll never ever forget that. I worked out there. I used to work the overnight shift at the news station, so I would have to be at work at 11 p.m. I'd work till 7 a.m. I would get off work and go straight to camp, take camp, and I'd go home and sleep all day, and I did that for months. My boyfriend at the time, my now husband, got a job in Wilmington, and so I knew I wanted to move there with him, and I was so excited when I found out there was a burn there. So I transferred my membership over there, and I got a full-time job as a news reporter in Wilmington, and I needed some extra cash. Many people might not know this, but news reporters don't make a lot of money. I was barely making ends meet, helping my boyfriend pay our bills. We were living in downtown Wilmington, so it was a little expensive. I reached out to the owner and they were hiring a Childwatch, so I picked up a couple shifts a week at Childwatch. They gave me a discounted membership rate, which was even a bigger perk, so I was able to work out, make extra cash. It was a great situation. A couple years later, I did that for about 3 years. I decided, my husband and I decided we wanted to move closer to family, so I quit my job as a news reporter. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I definitely know I didn't want to do news anymore. We knew we wanted to move to the Charlotte area. We just weren't 100% sure where. My parents live in the TGK, Fort Mill area, so we moved in with them for a couple months as we tried to figure out what I was going to do next. My husband already had a job, thankfully, but I was lost. I didn't know what to do. Worked out at the TGK Burn for a couple months. I then found out I was pregnant and I was miserably sick, so I had to take a couple months break from Burn, which was hard for me, but I was miserable. And I just didn't know what to do as far as a career. I didn't know what jobs would hire me, knowing I was pregnant. I always had the dream of being a stay-at-home mom, so I didn't really want to, make a company go through all their hiring processes just for me to put in my notice, 9 months later after I'd had the baby. So I just was at a really lost place. We decided to buy a house in Concord. One of my good friends, she actually was a trainer in Wilmington. She was a support trainer there at the time, Christina Ebert, now Christina Detweiler. She was the head trainer at Concord. So I reached out to her and I was like, hey, I'm moving to Concord. I'm transferring my membership to there. I'm so excited. So I did that, still jobless, not quite sure what we were going to do for that. And then I saw that they had an opening for Childwatch. And I was like, I could at least do something like that, help contribute to the bills a little bit while I was still trying to figure out what to do with my life. And then Andrea messaged me, or I heard that they were looking for a Childwatch director. So I reached out to Andrea, and she just had a baby a few weeks prior. She was on it. She was not wasting time trying to find someone for that Childwatch director job. She said that Christina already told her all about me and that I'd be a good fit. So I interviewed with Mike the next day and I got the job. It was the perfect job because I could bring my baby whenever I'd had him to work with me. I could make my own hours. I can work at the gym as much as I want. I could work from home when I wanted. Literally the most perfect job fell into my lap. I could still live my dream of being a stay-at-home mom, but also do something to help contribute to the family, help get out of the house. So that all worked out. While I was Childwatch director, there were some changes with the BA team at Concord, so I got the opportunity to help fill in, sub as a BA. I eventually got to be the early morning BA, so while I was 7, 8 months, 9 months pregnant, I got up at 3:30 every morning, 5 days a week, to go work from 4:30 until 8 o'clock, and then also on Saturday mornings. It was quite exhausting. Had my baby in October of 2021, took the rest of the year off, And when I came back, I was presented the opportunity to be the lead BA, or the client experience manager, at Mike and Andrea's sister gym here in Harrisburg. And I took it, no hesitations. I didn't even really talk to my husband about it. I said, I love this. I would love to do this. The job is perfect. I could, same as Childwatch director, I could make my own hours, bring my child to work with me, but just play a bigger role in this company that I love so much. This company means so much to me. I always knew when I joined Burn that I wanted to be part of it in a bigger way, and I did. I mean, I started as a member, and now I'm managing a gym, and we've grown so much in the past few years, and it's just, I can't imagine doing anything else at this time with the family, with our dynamic that we have as a family with our now 18-month-old, and what my husband does as well. So what kept me going to Burn before all of those things happened, before I became an employee, was just that community aspect. I remember when I was taking camps over at Huntersville, Ashley Beasley and Devin, they were the primary trainers when I was taking camps there. And I always felt like out of the camp with how many ever people, 30, 40, 50 people sometimes would be in those camps, Ashley Beasley always found me, and she always gave me a push, and she always made sure I felt seen. And I always felt like I walked out with a great workout. I wasn't just going through the motions. I was doing something hard, but I did it. And that's what I just love about Burn, is that you can walk in, you don't have to think about it. You just do what the trainer says, and you get an amazing workout. And that's what I tell every person that walks through this door when it's their first camp, and I can sense the nervousness that I probably had my first camp. And I just tell them, you know, everyone's had a first camp. Everyone has been where you are right now. I've been doing this for over 7 years now. I mean, it's just amazing, and you can keep coming back, and you can do it every day. When I first joined Burn, the goal was to lose weight, but now it's just much more than that. I'm strong. I can lift my son, no problem. I can carry in all the groceries, one trip, no problem. I can help family members move. I mean, it's just, I'm strong. It's just more than losing weight. I'm confident. And that's how it is for most of the people here. I mean, yeah, losing weight's cool, learning how to take care of yourself is awesome, but you know, just that confidence that you get from being here. Personally, for me, one of the things that Burn has done is just shown that I can really do more than what I think. I know that sounds cliche, and I know that we say that, you probably hear your trainer say that all the time, but you really can. I remember back in the day, I feel like we had a protocol that was called like 1,000 rep challenge, something like that. And I was like, there's no way. There's no, even in the middle of the camp, I'm like, I'm gonna have to walk out. I'm gonna have to leave. I cannot do this. And I finished it. And I think it was like, it was like a partner work, and we ended up counting how many burpees we did. It ended up being like 450 burpees each that we did that camp. And I just couldn't believe it. And I think from then on, anytime I take a camp that I think is extremely hard, and I'm thinking, okay, when can I escape? When can I walk out of here? I never do. And I know a lot of people in there feel that, and they think that they're not going to be able to finish, but you can. It is only 45 minutes. And that's just why I love this job. I love this community. I love to be able to help people remember that they came here for a reason, and that they can do hard things. I think I say that all the time. You can do hard things. That's the only way that you'll honestly see change, even if it's, you know, the number on the scale, or just your energy, your motivation. That's how you get there, is you do hard things. For me, my favorite protocol I feel like changes every few months. I would say my tried and true is anything upper body, like arms, push, pull, but I have been starting to like Metcon day. Little cardio with some weights, that's a lot of fun. My favorite Burn nutrition product is probably the vanilla whey after Burn, because it's so versatile. I'll put it in my overnight oats and make it with some peanut butter, or I'll do like a smoothie with some berries, or I'll put it in yogurt with like pineapple. Like, it's just, you can do so many different things with it, and it helps you reach your protein goals. If I could go back and give 8-year-old Gabby some advice, it would be to just not listen to what people think the standard is for what you should look like. I remember I was starting, it was the first day of 6th grade, and there was a boy that I liked. We hadn't seen each other all summer long, and the first thing he said to me was, wow, you gained a lot of weight over the summer. Something to that effect, and that has stuck with me. And I think ever since then, I've had an obsession with my weight. Even though looking back at those pictures, there was not a weight problem. I mean, I was 11 years old, so I wish I could go back and tell myself, stop worrying so much about your weight, because it's not that serious. That's not what life is about. Focus more on health. I wish I could go back and be like, hey, maybe eat more vegetables instead of all that pizza and chicken nuggets that I was probably eating. But yeah, I wish I could go back and tell myself that. But I just have to say, if you're listening to this and you are scared to try Burn, or if you are, if you don't think this is something you can do long term, just talk to somebody, talk to your BA, talk to your trainer, talk to another member, because Burn is for everybody. Burn is for every fitness level. So many members, I feel like, well, not so many, but we've had members that are like, I'm going to sign a 6 month because I just don't think I can do this much longer than that. You can. We have 70-year-old women in here who've had knee replacements, all sorts of things that could stop them from coming, and they still show up every single day. So if they can do it, you most definitely can do it. Thanks so much for tuning in for the Burn Boot Camp podcast. We'll see you next time. 2 claps on 2, 1, 2.